Frigidaire. It means the first electric refrigerator, the first compact electric range. Now, there's the Frigidaire Gallery Range with Symmetry double ovens. It's designed to cook multiple dishes at multiple temperatures, so you can prepare the entire meal at the same time. Frigidaire, over 90 years of legendary innovation.
See the full line of Frigidaire appliances at Ventura TV Electronics and Appliances.
Hi, I'm John Malice. Welcome to this live edition of Connect with Me on the showroom floor at Ventura TV on this day. Today is the Focus on Business, and a very unusual business, I might add, but one that you'll take a liking to, and I know you'll want to call in at 436-ME-TV, option 11. Back with our program in just a moment. Welcome back to the program here on Comcast, channel 187 and 43.6, and of course now you can watch us on 13.1. And just in case you're wondering, you know, this is really convenient for you, the viewer, if you can't stick around for the entire hour, because we replay this program from 2 to 3, of course on YouTube, that's 13.6, and then of course 8 o'clock tonight, 13.5, and there it is right there, Biz TV. And so for your convenience, my friends, you can watch the replay of this program each and every day if you happen to miss it. But we're going to be here, hey, for the full hour, for the next 59 or 58 minutes or so here on Connect with Me. Now, a couple of programming notes here. I do want to mention that this water situation, it's coming to a head again at Fresno City Hall on Thursday. Tomorrow, we have City Councilman Lee Brandt on for the first time talking about the fact that they want to raise your water rates, my friends. They want to raid and get into your pocketbook one more time. So we thought that this water issue was over when Doug Vagum entered the picture. Think again. The city has reconsidered with all these recharge meetings, and the purpose is to raise the rates. Yes, they signed a deal with Vagum, but it was only for 6 months, and then after that they can do what they want to do. Been trying to line up a debate between Doug Vagum and Mark Standrift. He's the city's spokesman, of course, at $125,000 a year, I might add. And I'm having a difficult time, maybe in fact being stonewalled by City Hall. Vagum says, hey, anytime, anywhere, any place, I'll debate anyone on the water issue. I've yet to hear back from Mark Standrift. We'll see. He's a friend of this program. He does come on, but I do want to mention that's in the works. We're trying to set up that debate and also try to get the mayor here on this program. Okay, today, the focus is on business, and a very unusual business that just started a few months ago, but I'm sure that it's making some inroads in the South Valley. I want to roll the videotape, show you exactly what I am talking about. Here's something you don't see every day. Hey, someone baking cinnamon buns to the general public and actually delivering them in her own car. Carol Bryce is the owner of Carol's Yummy Buns, and I'm told they are pretty yummy indeed. And so far the customers, I believe, think so. She started this business not too long ago, but there is more to the story than just yummy buns. You know, this is a story about a young woman who was pretty much tired of tending bar the last 3 years, and she wanted to change her life. She decided to take a chance on trying something new and hoping that it becomes profitable. So far, so good, with a business that she virtually runs out of her car. It all began last March when Carol thought she'd try going out once a week in the morning and selling these yummy buns in downtown Visalia. Next thing you know, she's going door to door, and one big beautiful day she decided to try making breakfast burritos. Those are the yummy buns right there. Don't they look yummy? Ooh boy, I wish I could have one, but the 2 stents may not allow me. Anyway, and now she's into gourmet caramel corn. Things are looking up for Carol, and now Carol is talking about actually opening up a storefront in Fresno and buying a delivery van. Interesting, I say, to say the least. Oh yes, she quit tending bar, and for fun, besides cooking, She sings in a band. I want to hear her sing today, too. Live in our studio now is Carol Bryce, the owner of Carol's Yummy Buns, and she wants your business. We're here to tell you, or she is here to tell you, how to get in touch with her, and she wants you to taste her Yummy Buns. They're right here. We got some samples on the set. We know you can't taste or smell through your television set, but 436-MeTV option 11 will tell you how to get a hold of Carol and some of her Yummy Buns, and mainly the focus on business, and someone who wanted to change paths, change careers, and change her lifestyle for the better to make a profit. Hey, you're tired of doing whatever you're doing? Make a change. 436-MeTV option 11, back in just a moment.
The Ballad of Andy and Barney. Andy and Barney were lawmen, bravest you ever did see. Warned every crook in the record book to stay out of Mayberry. They were the law.
Yes, they were the law,
and they didn't know fear.
The Andy Griffith Show.
I guess to sum it up, you could say there's 3 reasons why there's so little crime in Mayberry. There's Andy, and there's me, and baby makes 3.
Now on MeTV Fresno.
She doesn't want to sing. You need to relax, my dear. You look beautiful.
Well, thank you.
Yeah, just
thank
relax.
You very much
we're
for
gonna
having
have
me here.
We're gonna have fun today.
Yes.
We're gonna have fun on the show.
That's what it's all about,
So,
right?
That's right. So, okay, you know what? Let's roll the first piece of videotape, and I want to talk about this thing because you were tending bar where?
At Shooters in Fresno.
Okay, for about 3 years.
About 3.5 years, yes.
Yeah. Did you like the job?
I loved the job. I really loved the job. It
Yeah.
was really good for me, but I couldn't see myself doing it for the rest of my life.
Why not?
Because it's just not what I want to do. I don't want to be in the bar environment my whole life. So I came up with this idea, and it has taken off fabulously. It's just
So we're looking
fantastic.
at some ingredients here, and you are baking these, and how long does it take? And what is it? Well, I guess you don't want to give the ingredients totally, do you? Because
No.
that's like giving a secret recipe away.
Absolutely.
But they do have butter, though, right?
A lot of butter.
Oh my gosh, oh, that would kill me. That would clog my veins. I might have to go in for new stents if I. But anyway, so how long does it take? To
Well,
bake these?
one batch takes about 4 hours, and there's a lot of time. It's very time consuming as far as the dough goes. It's the rising and the kneading that takes so much time. After you get done with that, it only takes 20 minutes in the oven. So it's the preparation that takes so much time.
So what's the most difficult part about the preparation of these cinnamon buns? And by the way, how many do you make? That's kind of a two-part question.
Well,
there.
I'm constantly making them. I'm constantly making batches all day long, but it does depend on the orders that I get. Sometimes I get large orders. Like yesterday, I got an order for 50 buns, and so
Really?
a couple days before Thanksgiving, and so it just depends. But
Wow.
I'm constantly making dough and constantly putting a batch in the oven and taking a batch out and frosting and.
So I guess that kind of begs the question, Carol. Are you able to handle large orders at this point?
I am, but it's getting to the point where it's almost getting too much for me, and I'm going to start having to hire someone to help me. Yeah.
Is that right?
Yes.
And are you making pretty good money?
Yes.
You
yes,
are.
I am. I mean, I'm making enough money that I don't have to do anything else now.
Okay, so if I were to buy a half a dozen, what's that going to cost me?
A half a dozen is $30. They're $5 each, and with each half dozen, you get some free gourmet caramel corn that I make.
Yeah, I see the caramel corn right here. And so you make this
Yes,
caramel
I do.
corn as well?
I do.
How do you make it?
Popcorn, obviously, and butter, and sugar, and almonds, and that's about it.
Looks great. And this sells for how much?
That's $5 a bag.
That's $5 a bag. Okay, so you wanted to make this. I want to roll some more videotape. And I talked about this in the monologue. I mean, you were tired of tending bar. You can't see yourself in that environment anymore. A lot of people wouldn't have the courage to. I mean, they would be scared financially. What do? I don't want to end up in the street. Quitting a job to do this full time. I mean, don't you think this took a little bit of courage on your part? It was a little bit of a gutsy move.
Yes, very much so.
You took a chance.
I did.
Go ahead and explain.
Well, I mean, I didn't quit my job just outright. I decided to try it on some of my days off, and I went out downtown in Visalia, and I went on Main Street where there's a lot of businesses where they work on cars, oil changers, you know, all that kind of stuff. And I just went from business to business, and I asked everybody, hey, would you like to try my cinnamon roll? And it just, one cinnamon roll grew into 2 cinnamon rolls, into 6-packs, into 12-packs, and it's just, word of mouth is just taken off, and now I'm going all over Visalia. And I'm delivering for business meetings now, for bosses that are happy with their employees. They want to give them something for doing such a good job. All kinds of different reasons now. It's just grown. I just cannot believe how big it has gotten.
So, you know, the reason I say you took a chance is because basically, you know, I relate this to almost like playing golf or tennis. It's like an individual sport. You are in this as an individual, and this business pretty much relies on your motivation.
Sure it does. Absolutely.
Is that scary?
It is. It is.
In
A little
what
bit.
way?
But it's exciting. So, well, sure, it's scary because every day's different, and you got to rely on, you never know. I mean, it's not like I'm going to a job and I know I'm going to get a check and I know exactly what I'm going to be making. I mean, every day's different, and it does depend on my motivation. That's absolutely what it is.
Yeah, that's the scary part about it, is relying on your own motivation. If
Yes.
you get up in the morning and you're sick, or you've got to go to the ER, you got to go to the doctor, you're not going to make the money that day, right?
Right. And also, it's consistency. There's people that are waiting for me to come around. And I have to keep doing it. I have to keep showing my face. I have to keep knocking on those doors, or they're going to forget. And so there's people that are waiting for me. They know that I'm going to be there on a certain day, and they got their money in their pocket, and they're waiting for their breakfast. And so it's very important that I get myself up and I keep going.
Okay, we're going to talk more to Carol Bryce. She is the owner of Carol's Yummy Buns, and she sells cinnamon rolls, and she sells this, look at this, gourmet caramel corn, or caramel corn, however, whatever you want to call it. 436-MeTV, option 11. You know the number. Hey, we got a call coming in. We might as well take it before we go to break here. And good morning, caller. You're on the air on Connect with Me. What's your question?
Yes, I was wondering, it's a great idea and all, but how do you do it legally? Because you do it out of a residential kitchen, and usually the health department doesn't allow residential kitchens as commercial kitchens. So did you have any problems with that? Also, did you have any problems with getting approvals, through the local authorities? And I'll take my question off here. Thanks.
No, that's a great question. Actually, I have applied for my own business license, and as well, I had to apply for a license to be able to cook out of my kitchen, and I've got it set up where they're going to be coming into my kitchen in the next month, and they're going to be evaluating and making sure that everything is right and under code. So,
okay.
Yes, good question.
All right,
Absolutely.
Carol Bryce is our guest today. She's the owner of Carol's Yummy Buns. We're back with our show, 436-MeTV, option 11. We're going to be back here in a jiffy. Stay tuned.
We get our speed from Mom and Dad. They do stuff super fast.
And now they got this new kitchen, so they're even faster.
So they can help us with our free throws.
The time-saving Frigidaire Gallery line with a quick preheat and smudge-proof stainless steel that resists fingerprints and cleans easily. It's mealtime in no time, from start to clean. Frigidaire Gallery.
Save more during Frigidaire Gallery bonus days when you buy 3 or more qualifying appliances. See the full line of Frigidaire appliances at Ventura TV Electronics and Appliances.
This fall, there is a place, familiar and inviting, timeless and warm. MeTV, a place all your own that you can call home.
Hi, honey, I'm home.
This fall, home is where you'll find me.
You mean to tell me that's all there is to it?
That's all.
MeTV Fresno, channel 43.6 and Xfinity 187.
Back here with Carol Bryce, the owner of Carol's Yummy Buns. Caller, are you there?
Oh, yes, I am.
Okay, go ahead. Your question for Carol.
Yeah, question, Carol. You know what? Number one, that you have a great personality just by looking and the way you get your orders. That's going to be a plus for you, and then God's going to be blessing you. That's the way I see it. But in your estimation, I know you worked like you said in the bars, and that's the trade, okay. But you wanted to do something different. You're going to grow with the personality that you have and the goal that you have. You're going to make it big in the business. But I would ask you, why don't you go to some of the bakeries and outlets or even the stores and ask them, if you can leave a dozen and see how the people react to it. And that way you can get some PR on your own, because, you're on your own and you're going to maybe need one or two people to help you eventually. But by doing that, I had relatives do the same thing. By putting some samples out there, see how you do, it's going to get out word of mouth. And you're going to do great. There's no problem. I can see that by the way you act and the way you look and the personality that you have. It's going to go a long, long way.
Okay.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Great advice. Thank you.
So what about doing that?
That is an idea that I've been considering, especially with my caramel corn. I've been thinking about, I'd love to have it in stores and leave it at various little convenience stores or something like that. So that is in the back of my mind. Definitely, that is an option that I've been thinking about a lot.
Especially now, the holidays are upon us.
Yes.
Everybody, not everybody, a lot of people love to eat caramel corn.
Yes.
During the holidays.
Yes.
So that's an idea. We can roll some more videotape if we have it there available. We have plenty of videotape to show you.
Good.
Even pictures of you out there delivering, and we're going to show some of that. I want to ask you about when you first started, what was going through your head? Did you say to yourself, how am I going to do this? Did you devise a plan? Did you sit down at the kitchen table and say, okay, I'm going to write out my business plan? Is that what you did, or no?
Well, I didn't sit at the kitchen table and write out a business plan, but I did a lot of thinking.
There's your that's your delivery van right there.
Yes, but that I am tired of getting frosting all over my beautiful car. So pretty soon you're going to see me in some
Any
kind of
tickets in that car yet? No.
Maybe.
All right.
But anyway, I was thinking, what is there that we do not have in Visalia and in the surrounding cities that people really love that we don't have?
Yeah.
And I thought about how people drive to the coast just to get one of those fantastic, beautiful cinnamon rolls.
Who's that customer there?
Oh, that's a really good customer of mine. That's Brad. He's the owner of Quality Muffler. He's been buying from me ever since I started. Mm-hmm. And that's Crane's Towing, and they are good customers as well. Yeah.
Well, if you were successful in the first couple of trips and people were asking for you to come back and they started placing orders, then what does that tell you about the taste?
The taste is, oh my goodness.
And what does that tell you about the quality of the cinnamon rolls?
It is.
And these are not rolls, by the way, they're buns. Here, let's open up the box.
I wish
there.
you could try them because they're phenomenal.
I know. I mean, the staff here is going to... Did you bring those for the staff?
I did. I brought this for the staff. Yes.
All right. Okay. Let me have the pan there, and I'll hold those up. Careful we don't drop them there. Oh, a little wet there, huh, on the bottom?
It's because they were so warm, and they've cooled down.
They've cooled down a little bit, but I just want to hold that up to this camera. I'll try not to drop any of them on the phone here. But you can take a tight shot. Look at that. So this is a half dozen. That's $30, right? Mm-hmm. So each one of those, my God, I can smell it. Oh my God.
I know.
All right, we got another phone call there, Carol.
Okay.
All right, let's take it. Good morning, caller. You're on the air with Carol Bryce. Your question or comment, please.
Hi, I just wanted to say that I personally had one of Carol's Yummy Buns, and I just want to recommend it to everybody out there watching the broadcast, and you got to try one. They are great. And good job, Carol. Keep it up.
Thank
you.
Who's this?
Hey, sir, what's your name? Are you from Visalia or Fresno?
I'm actually from Fresno.
Okay. Do you own a business?
And my name's David.
Okay.
Hi, David.
You know David?
Hi,
I think
Carol.
so. How are you today?
I'm doing good. I just wanted to call in and say that your Yummy Buns were awesome, and I think everybody needs to try them.
Hey, okay. While I have you on the line, you're a customer. Okay, what is it about her yummy buns that you like, David?
What was that?
What is it about her yummy buns that you like? Cinnamon buns.
Oh, they're sweet, they're delicious, and buttery, and they're awesome. I'm sure you're going to try one. It looks like you have a few there in front of you.
Yeah, but I was wondering what keeps drawing you back over and over and over again.
Oh, Carol's personality and just her drive, and you just want to help her out, and they're very good, and she's so sweet. She's really sweet and nice, and she's just a good person.
Is it more, let me ask you something, and no offense to you, Carol, is it more the personality or is it the cinnamon bun?
Well, at first it was, I wanted to try it for Carol, and then I had it, and then, I thought it was amazing, and they're very good. Not taking nothing away from her yummy buns, they're amazing. But just in general, at first it was for Carol, to try her product and help her out and get it moving with her, So yeah, it's both. It's the product and it's Carol.
Right.
As you can see.
Right. It's Carol first and then the product because you want to help her out.
It's yummy buns first.
Okay. I'm just trying to set the record straight here, Dave. David, thanks for calling. I appreciate it. Great call.
Dave. Thank you.
All right. So roll some more videotape. Doesn't matter what. We have plenty here, and we have plenty of photos too. So, what goes through your mind when you hear that?
It made me almost want to cry. I mean, yeah, it touches me a lot because that's something that makes me feel really good to know that I'm touching other people's lives in various ways, and that they care about me, and they love my personality. That means a lot to me.
And and like David said, I mean, something stuck with me there, what he said, and that is he wanted to help you out.
Yes.
Because you have such a pleasant, nice personality.
Yeah. That means a lot.
Yeah.
To me.
Oh, don't start tearing up.
I'm not.
We have a whole 40 minutes to go here. All right, we got to take a break here, but we're looking at some of those yummy buns. Ooh, let's zoom in. Oh, my goodness. Oh, wow, she's taking them out of the oven now. And by the way, where'd you learn how to bake?
Just practice, lots of practice.
Mistake after mistake?
Yes. Practice.
Yeah.
I love to bake and I love to cook. So.
Yeah, yeah. Well, there they are. And here is Carol, and you are there watching us. 436 MeTV option 11. We're going to be back with a focus on business here on Connect with Me today, having some fun. And it just goes to show you what a little bit of drive and determination can do. And you, too, can be successful. Hey, think if there was no drive and determination around here at Ventura TV. This place has been around here since 1951. It took a lot of drive, determination from both Ed Sheeran, the owner, the original owner, and his son, Mark Sheeran, to keep this place going for more than 60 years. And Carol has some of that same drive and determination. We're back with our program, 436 MeTV option 11. Back in just a moment.
Attention all units. We have reports of 2 motorcycle cops protecting California's highways.
That's for us, good buddy.
The Men of Chips are on MeTV.
Hi, I'm John Baker. I'm John Baker. It's Officer Baker.
He's the blonde one.
Hi there. Officer Poncherello, ma'am. Frank Poncherello. Oh, I'm Frank Poncherello.
And he's the one who's Eric Estrada.
There's no way I wouldn't remember a name like that.
Catch the blonde one and the one who's Eric Estrada.
Now on MeTV Fresno, Xfinity 187.
Frigidaire. It means the first refrigerator. It means a history of innovations that help make your home life better. And now we introduce the new Frigidaire French door refrigerator with over 100 ways to organize for maximum flexibility. Built with adjustable flip-up and slide under shelving and stackable crisper drawers. It's the refrigerator that flexes to fit it all, no matter what your day will bring. Frigidaire, over 90 years of legendary innovation.
See the full line of Frigidaire appliances at Ventura TV Electronics and Appliances.
The focus today on business here on Connect with Me. I do want to put up the disclaimer real quick. This is something we have to do here on the program on MeTV each time we put up a business segment or an Ask the Expert segment, because we want to mention that Carol came here of her own free will. She didn't pay us, we didn't pay her, and what Mark Sheeran likes to do here at Ventura TV is try to promote local businesses to try to help them become as successful as Ventura TV has become the last 60 to 61 years, thanks to you, the customer, and the viewers out there that are loyal and want to keep coming back over and over again. Okay, so Carol is here. One of the questions, we got an email question here, and I believe the email, okay, it's not on the screen now, but we'll give that to you in just a moment. Will you open a store in Visalia first? If so, where? If not, where?
Yes, it will be Visalia first. I'm not. Yes. Yes.
Why?
Because that's my hometown, and I
born
love.
And raised there?
Well, I've been there for.
Oh no, you were born and raised in L.A., right?
Yeah, L.A.
Yeah.
L.A. But I mean, I've been there a long time now.
How long?
Oh, probably 30 years.
How? What? So why? What's the?
Well, I
what's
have
the
a daughter.
attraction?
I have a daughter, and she.
How old?
She's old.
She's not old. You're not old.
Well, she's up there in age, and she's there. My family's there. My mom's there.
Okay.
My sister's there.
Okay.
And it's like once you kind of, I have roots there now. So
yeah.
I'm not saying I would be there forever, but at this point, I'm looking at Visalia and then Bakersfield and Fresno.
Right.
And
Is your daughter an adult?
She's an adult.
And
yes.
what does she think of your cinnamon rolls there, the buns?
She loves it. She comes out with me occasionally, yes.
Yeah.
And helps me.
She helps Mom?
Yes, she does.
In the kitchen too, or no?
No, not in the kitchen.
No,
but
you don't want her in there, do you?
No.
Caller, you're on the air. Go ahead.
Hey, I'd like to try some of those buns she's got. I have some good advice for her. Worked out for me.
Okay.
Be sure you get in touch with the Business Journal, because they have a whole lot of leads you could get. And the biggest thing they got there is they can keep you away from people that are going to go bankrupt and reorganizing.
Yep.
And it's a wonderful organization to get in with.
What's the name of the organization?
It's the Business Journal. We know those people over there very well.
Okay.
They've been guests here on the program. I don't know if you get it's not called the Fresno Business Journal, even though it's in Fresno. It's just called the Business Journal. I can put you in contact
I would
with
love that.
some people over there, because they do, you might be able to get some good advice from them
that sounds
on
good.
how to flourish, in your new business and not be
Awesome.
afraid. But that's good advice, caller. Hey, that's something I didn't think of. Good call.
Yeah, thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Yeah.
Yes,
Any
I
other
appreciate
advice
that.
before you go there? I guess not. Anyway, another email question. Is your recipe an old family recipe? And can they look for your recipe on television? What? Can you look? Oh, anyway. Is it an old family recipe?
No, it's not.
It's your recipe.
It is my recipe. It's from all kinds of. I started looking online and trying to find the best recipe for the best cinnamon roll, and I would take what I liked and leave out what I didn't, and I would try different things, and now it's just a kind of an accumulation of various recipes with my twist.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
So anyway, more videotape or pictures. We have pictures too off your Facebook page. By the way, might be a good time in the program, halfway in, to talk about. This is the. You can tell us what this is.
That's my caramel corn.
Caramel corn.
Yes, it's
you
like
make-
it's
homemade.
buttery and toffee. Oh, it's very, very good. Yes, it's handmade.
Yeah.
And those are my little bags of caramel corn that I sell as well.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So this is going to be the first year that you'll be going through the holidays. This is how you make it, huh?
Yes, it is.
So any holiday orders coming in? I think you mentioned one.
So far, I'm starting to get inquiries about for Thanksgiving, and pretty soon I'm going to start putting on my Facebook pictures and asking people if they would consider, giving these as gifts, either the caramel corn in baskets or in various different displays.
Yeah, and there's some of your some of the caramel corn there, and here's a thought too, is that you could make a splash hit probably at the Big Fresno Fair with your cinnamon buns and your caramel corn. I'm sure your breakfast burritos. What is that right there?
That is right before they went in the oven, my cinnamon rolls.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
So how long do you let those bake?
They only bake for 20 minutes.
That's it?
That's it.
But you were talking about the preparation being the most difficult part.
Yes, it's the dough. It has to rise and it has to be kneaded out. The air needs to be kneaded out, and then it has to rise again. So that's basically, it's the dough.
I'm not sure I understand that.
Yeah, well, you knead out your dough. You
Okay.
put it in a bowl,
Okay.
greased bowl, and then you put like clear, whatever this is called, styrofoam.
Saran wrap?
Saran wrap.
Okay.
And you put it over the top of it, and it keeps it warm. And then before you know it, it just doubles in size.
It does?
Yes, it
Just
does.
on its own?
On its own.
And then
It's
what do
the
you do
yeast.
after
It's
that,
the
after it
yeast.
doubles in size?
You take it out, and you knead it down, and get all the air out of it again.
You do that by hand? Or?
Mhm, by hand.
Okay.
And then you put it back in, and then you let it rise again.
That's a lot of work.
It is, but they're phenomenal. They are just absolutely phenomenal.
And so how long does all this prep work take?
Like I said, a batch it'll take 4 hours. If I know that I
But
have.
wait a minute. Okay. So, but the 4 hours is the prep work alone?
The 4 hours is the kneading, the ingredients, the putting in the oven,
Okay.
pulling out, and then frosting and everything. Overall, it's like 4 hours.
Wow.
Mhm.
Wow. So the overall from start to finish, when they come out of the oven, it's 4 hours.
Mhm.
But the preparation is probably what, about 3.5?
Yeah.
Something like that?
Yeah, about 3.5 hours.
That makes me exhausted just thinking about it. Wow, it's a lot of work. Carol Bryce is here. She is the owner of Carol's Yummy Buns, and I'm told they're really yummy. By the way, have you tried those, Marcus? Have you tried any? Yeah, he has. All right. Your telephone number, Carol, is what?
It's 559-731-0955.
Okay, you'll be getting calls during the show, I'm sure. Our number here on the program, if you want to call in, ask Carol a question. Hey, if you're a customer, call in as well. 436-MeTV, option 11. Back in a moment.
Frigidaire. We introduced the first home freezer, the first pulsator agitator washer, and now we introduce the Frigidaire Orbit Clean dishwasher, designed with a unique wash arm that gives you 4 times more water coverage for a consistently better clean. Frigidaire, over 90 years of legendary innovation.
See the full line of Frigidaire appliances at Ventura TV Electronics and Appliances.
Wow, we're talking here during the commercial break with Carol Bryce. She's the owner of Carol's Yummy Buns. And so, do you think, we were talking a little bit about the preparation, do you think the preparation is the key to making these yummy buns? Let's roll some more videotape or show some more pictures as we're doing it. Or do you think it's what you do once you put it in the oven? What's more important?
The preparation. But also, when you put it in the oven, you do not want to overcook. If you
What do you
overcook, they're
set
going to
the
be
oven
dry.
for?
350 degrees
Okay.
for 20 minutes.
Hey, and there, is that you?
That's me.
That's you. Okay, let's take a call here. I assume you have those in your trunk.
I do. I have them in my trunk.
Caller, you're on the air. Go ahead.
Hi, I'm a diabetic, and I would love to have an optional recipe for a less sugar item. Is she planning to create one?
You know, that's a very good question. You are not the first person that has asked me that. I get that all the time. A lot of people are asking me that. So, with that in mind, eventually I probably will start looking into that. At this point, I've got my hands so full, just, doing everything on my own. But I do appreciate that there's a lot of people that are asking me this question, and I see that they're really interested in my product, and it makes me feel bad that they can't partake. So, yes, eventually I'm going to do that, I believe.
Yeah. So now you know how you feel when some of these, I just think back to my grandmother being from an old Greek family, and some of the Armenians and some of the Italians. If you didn't eat their food, they were insulted. Okay. If someone says, oh, for health reasons, I can't try one of these, are you insulted?
No, not at all. I totally get it, because I don't eat them all the time either,
Right.
And it's not because they're not good. They're so good. They're very, very hard to resist.
But also knowing that my grandparents, once you ate one of their meals, how heartwarming it was for them. So how does it make you feel when somebody comes up and says, my goodness, I tasted one of those cinnamon buns, and they were to die for. You must feel like my grandmother used to
It
when
feels good.
somebody just wolfed down one of her meals.
It feels really good. That
Yeah.
is probably the ultimate out of this whole thing, is when people come up to me and tell me how good it was. Also,
Who's that right there, by the way?
Oh, he's one of the customers that I go to, one of the regulars at Battery Systems.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay.
And
All right.
they just love it. It's just, this is a great experience for me. I love to see people's faces light up because of, I give them something so yummy.
Well, it's because your face is always lit up.
Thank you.
Beautiful. All right. Caller, you're next on the air. Go ahead.
Yes, I can't hear no sound on TV. Not at all. Not all through the channels.
Huh. Wow. Okay, sorry to hear that. Maybe so. What are you watching us on?
Me TV.
Yeah, what station?
Shoot. Was it 4.36 or something like that?
43.6. Okay, over the air. So no
Yeah,
sound, huh? No sound?
I don't know.
Okay.
I can see your face.
Okay.
I can see you and a girl. That's about it. I can't hear nothing.
Holy cow. So we got some 43.6 issues. I'm sure we're still on Comcast 187 because we've gotten calls so they can hear us. So 43.6, apparently maybe we've got some audio issues that we can maybe straighten out here before the end of the show. We'll call our trusty engineer to take care of that, Carol, so no problem. But other viewers can hear us and see us on Comcast. So for obvious reasons, we've gotten calls.
Yes.
Your number again.
It's 559-731-0955.
Okay, we're going to take a quick break here. Time to take a commercial break and catch our breath here. And Carol is going to talk more about her yummy buns. That's right, 436, Me TV option 11. Also, hey, what about this caramel corn here? Got to talk about that. And the breakfast burritos, which she didn't bring any of those. But we're going to be back with our program here in just a moment. Stay tuned.
Ladies' Night was started in his honor. Bar stools pulled themselves out for him. The only thing Chuck Norris is afraid of is her. Cheers is the most memorable bar in the world. You may not always watch comedy, but when you do, watch Cheers.
Me TV Fresno, channel 43.6 and Xfinity 187.
It's almost time.
Now we'll find out once and for all about Clark Kent, Superman.
Look up in the sky. It's a bird. It's a plane. It's a TV show.
Yes, but who is he? What's his name?
He's Superman.
Golly, Clark, won't that be wonderful seeing Superman?
Fighting a never-ending battle for truth, justice, and television the Me TV way.
No one can do the things that Superman does.
The Adventures of Superman.
Now on Me TV Fresno, Xfinity 187.
Hey, just a program reminder, tomorrow Lee Brand, the city councilman, is going to be here to talk about the water issues. And then the second half hour, the loser of that council race, District 1, Kerry Catalano, has been gracious enough to give his time and come back on the program here and talk about some issues, even though he was not elected to office. Although, hey, you got to say, it was a close race. Esmeralda Soraya, who's been a guest here many times, won that race eventually. Had to go beyond Election Day to determine the outcome until we knew who the winner was going to be. And it was, in this case, Soraya. So tomorrow, Lee Brand and Kerry Catalano talking about water. In the meantime, you're watching us on Comcast Channel 187 or 43.6 or 13.1. So hopefully you can catch us on one of those channels. Carol Bryce is here, and we talk about determination. The people that own this television appliance store and have for the many, many, many years, it's taken drive and determination. Where do you get your drive and determination from? Because you could have continued bartending, applied for other jobs. I'm sure you're well qualified and well versed in doing other things. Mm-hmm. Why this, and where's that determination come from?
I feel like something inside of me tells me I'm going to be a very successful person, and I just want to just keep going. I don't know what it is. I just feel like I have a very bright future, and this is
you have a bright future in selling
yes.
cinnamon buns, cinnamon
yes.
rolls, and
yes.
baking.
Yes.
Do you see yourself? We got another call here, but do you see yourself starting to make or bake other goodies
Yes, and occasionally I do. Occasionally I do.
Okay. Caller, you're next on the air. Go ahead.
Hi. I'm listening on 43.6, and I can hear you fine.
Well, that previous caller, maybe it was a television set, the antenna. So I'm glad that you're hearing us and seeing us. So what do you think of Carol and her yummy buns that she's selling? Do you want to get a taste a few, or do you want to place an order, or what?
No, I just wanted to tell you that I don't think there's anything wrong with your sound.
Oh, okay.
Thank
you have
you.
a comment? You have a comment for Carol and her business?
I just turned it on just in time to hear him say he couldn't hear. I'm sorry.
Oh, that's okay.
I'll listen from now, though.
Okay. Hey, no problem. Thanks for calling in and letting us know that you're not having a problem out there, and I'm glad that you can hear us on at least one of those stations. So, I forgot what you said. You see yourself baking other goodies?
Oh, I do on occasion, but I don't want to spread myself too thin and not have a quality product. I want it to be special. So the cinnamon roll is the crown jewel of what I do. And anything else like this too, this is something that's very important to me, but I don't want to go too far out with so many things that it takes away from my cinnamon rolls.
Yeah. Let's roll some more videotape or show some more pictures. I'm sure we have some. And just as long as we're talking about the product here, as a business plan, have you consulted anybody? Have you thought about money? And I know you talked about possibly getting a van, possibly opening up a storefront. So apparently you have thought ahead, but have you thought about a business plan in terms of how much money you can make, and can you sustain yourself for the long run? Have you mapped anything out on paper?
Yes, I have, and that's why I still haven't gone so far as to getting myself a delivery vehicle or a storefront, because I'm still figuring it all out. I'm still in the midst of making sure that this is going to be what I'm going to do in my future. I mean, it definitely, there's a lot to it. There's a lot of money that goes out, and I just want to make sure that the money that comes in is going to be, enough for me to go ahead and invest in a storefront or a vehicle to deliver. But it's looking like it really is. I've never been in a business myself before, so this is all new to me. So I am always looking for good advice, and like what that man, the one that called earlier, told me, I'm going to definitely check that out. So it's all brand new to me, but it feels right. It just feels right.
Who have you consulted with? Can you tell us in terms of financially?
I really
you don't have to
not,
mention names, but I mean,
I haven't really consulted with anybody financially. No.
Okay. Okay. You haven't consulted with anyone to put a business plan together. Then you kind of just mapped it out yourself.
This is just me. Yes.
Just out on the kitchen table. Just whatever. Have you discussed this with your daughter, your family, or?
Yes, a little bit, and people that are close to me, definitely. I've talked about, how much it costs to make a burrito, how much I'm putting into it, how much gas I'm using, but that's about as far as.
So you have to figure all that.
Yes, you
what
do.
Is it going to cost for the ingredients?
Sure, and these bags and all the little things that they come in.
Right.
And everything costs money.
Right. And
gas and my time and.
Yeah, obviously, and whatever ingredients you're using. Okay, how much am I putting into the product?
Yes.
X amount of dollars.
Yes.
And then how much am I getting out of it?
Yes.
So are you getting 50% clearance? 20%? 30%?
Over 50%.
Over 50% clearance.
Yes.
And you consider that pretty good?
I do.
You do? Yeah.
Yes.
And you have no previous business experience? You weren't a business major at, say, Fresno State or Santa Barbara, UC Santa Barbara or any place, or UCLA?
No, but I feel like if anybody can do it, so can I. If anybody out there can do anything they want, then why can't I? And I can.
Let me ask you, a lot of viewers out there watching, we go into a lot of homes. What advice would you have for them, the people that might be thinking or leaning in the same direction?
I think you have to really believe in yourself to start off with. I mean, it all comes down to what you're telling yourself. If you tell yourself you can't, if you're constantly thinking in negative, with negative views and a negative outlook, that's the way it's going to happen for you. I just believe it all comes down to what's going on the inside in your heart. I mean, of course, there's obstacles, but I just keep coming back to that saying that if you can do it, or she can do it, or he can do it, why can't I? And I can.
So if it comes down to what's going on inside your heart, what's going on inside your heart?
I just feel like I have a bright future. And I'm not going to let go of that. I'm not going to turn away from it, and I'm not going to say, you know, oh, no, you can't. Oh, you don't have what it takes. Oh, I'm just not going to do that.
You're not going to be negative.
I'm not.
We aren't going to allow you to be negative.
That's right. Go Dodgers.
We'll get to that in a moment. Caller, you're next on the air here on Connect With Me. What's your question?
Hi. You were talking to her about financial situations, and I had just one comment is an LLC to begin with to protect her personal assets and keep those separate from her business assets.
Oh, yeah. Have you thought about that?
No.
That's a great question.
No, I don't understand. What does she mean?
Okay. To protect your business,
yes,
you need to keep have a business account at the bank.
Oh, I do.
And keep everything separate from your personal account. So you've already set that up.
I do. I have
All
that.
right.
Yes.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
That's a number of people. It's just a way of telling the IRS that you're separate from your personal life, and that this will protect your personal assets. If something, like say if you got in an accident, then, you know, while delivering your product, or if somebody got in an accident while, you know, those costs could be far more than the little costs that you make, little profits that you make.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
And you have a home, you have a family, you have a future. If you don't do the legal legwork first, then all of those future income that you might have might be at stake.
Are you suggesting that she seek an attorney, a business attorney?
You don't really have to have an attorney to file your LLC. A lot of programs are out there. If you go to irs.gov and look it up and just read some of the documentation that they have on there, I don't know. There's a lot of businesses that do that for you, but it's not a complicated process. It's not like the incorporation that they used to have for like large businesses where you had to have 12 members of a board and all of that anymore.
Right, right. Well, it sounds like you've got, say, is the caller still there? No. She's gone? I wanted to ask her a question. Oh, okay. All right, because I want to ask her, because it sounds like she's got some business experience.
Yeah.
So maybe you should think about doing that.
Mm-hmm, definitely.
You know, just to protect yourself, too.
Yes, absolutely.
Not only from the IRS, but someone that, you know, they may want to sue you for whatever reason, and then you keep your business and, of course, your personal assets separate, because I'm sure you have a home, family to protect, and everything else, right? So have you thought about that, or not yet?
Well, I already have. I mean,
Yeah.
I don't have, I have it separate, and so, yes.
Okay. We're talking with Carol Bryce. Hey, time to take a break here on Connect With Me. We're going to come back with more. And if you have any further business advice for Carol, or you want to place an order, her number is 731-0955. All right. So you got it. And our number here is 436-MeTV, option 11. And we're back, my friends, in just a moment.
But top secret location. It's the spies who love me, bringing together MeTV's top super spies to fight evil at a memorable moment's notice. They're daring.
That's right.
Brave.
Now what are we gonna do?
The best we can.
Suave.
Does that apply to me, Oscar? Possibly.
And smart.
The old finger in the gun trick.
Maxwell Smart.
MeTV Fresno, channel 43.6 and Xfinity 187.
Retro TV, your home for classic television. The greatest shows in history are here for you to enjoy. Join Cosby and Culp as secret agent men in I Spy. Ride along the Ponderosa with the Cartwrights in Bonanza. Hit the beat with Joe Friday in Dragnet. And that's not all. Retro TV offers endless fun and excitement for the whole family to enjoy. Retro TV, the best in classic television.
You can find Retro TV on over-the-air channel 13.4.
Look at this, my friends. We have blown through 50 minutes with our hands tied behind our back, no sweat. Look at this, no sweat coming down. This is a great show. It's about a business that's being built from the ground up with solid determination and true grit, my friends. All right, caller, you're on the air. You're next.
Hi, I'm the same person that talked to her earlier.
Okay.
My husband worked for the IRS when the LLC first came out.
Okay.
So that's how I know so much about it.
Okay. All right. I was just going to ask you real quick, do you have any business experience prior to this call here?
I used to manage for Art Bender back in the late 70s.
Okay. Okay. All right. Well, we appreciate you calling in, and thank you. If you want to place an order, again, it's 731, I keep forgetting the number.
0955.
0955. Okay. If you want to place an order, call that number. Carol would be glad to take your order because you not only deliver first in Visalia in the morning.
Yes.
But then is this a long, 8-hour process throughout the course of the day or what?
It's usually mornings, and but I do come to Fresno, and I come to Fresno every Friday morning, and I deliver, and I also meet at a certain place, and people will show up and pick up their packages and their goodies, and that's every Friday. And if it continues to go as well as it is, I'll come more than one day a week.
How do you think your cinnamon rolls compared to some of the ones that we've tasted in years past at, say, some of the county fairs?
I think they're just as good, if not better.
Just as good, if not better,
yes.
Because obviously because you made them, right?
The dough is very, yes, exactly, duh. No, the dough. It's just a perfect ratio of cinnamon, sugar, butter, cream cheese frosting. It's you got to try it.
See, I'm a pretty nice guy considering I'm a Giants fan, right? Connect with me. You're on Connect with Me. Caller, go ahead. You're on the air.
Yes, I was talking about 5 minutes ago and I got disconnected.
Yeah.
I check all the rest of the channels. They're all no sound. I can't understand what kind of language you're talking about.
Cool, man. Well, listen, we're not having any other.
I can hear you, but I can't because it's the TV. That's why. No sound.
I appreciate the call very much, and I don't know what to tell you because everybody else is being able to, they're able to see us and hear us just fine. Maybe it's just your set, your antenna. I don't know. We've gotten numerous calls today throughout the program, so I'm not sure what to tell you, but thank you for...
all the channels, 26, 47.
Right. Okay, thank you. Thank you very much. Talking to Carol Bryce, talking about her yummy buns. So we're talking about what the comparison is to any cinnamon rolls we've had anywhere, especially at the fair. The state fair, some of the county fairs. But you think it's the ingredients, the way that you bake them, or a combination?
It's a combination. It's the recipe. It's the recipe, and it is the size and the flavor, and everything is just, all the different flavors are just layered, and it's just phenomenal.
Yeah. What did your daughter say, or what did your family say when you first told them that you were going to try this out and you were going to quit your regular job? Did they think, Carol's gone a little cuckoo?
No. They were excited because they didn't
Really?
like to see me bartending and driving to Fresno all the time.
That's a hard job, bartending.
Yes, it is.
It's a good job, but it's difficult.
It was very good and very lucrative for me. Yes.
But difficult because the hours, or?
It's just, I don't even want to say anything negative about it because it was just such a great experience. But it's just, you can't do it forever. And you got to start thinking about your future and doing something different. And I did.
The people that you met through your job at Shooters, are they some of your customers now?
They are.
That's wonderful.
Oh, yes. I've made so many good friends at Shooters.
Caller, you're next on the air. Go ahead.
Yes, I was wondering, is cinnamon rolls, those the only things that you make, or do you do other things like making like bread loaves, that have honey on them and cinnamon and nuts and so forth. I know I'm a baker, and I used to, I'm a retired baker actually, and I used to make bread loaves that had the nuts on them and honey and cinnamon, and they're kind of like a big loaf of cinnamon bread, you might say. And I was wondering if you made those types of things.
At this point, no. At this point, I just have time for my cinnamon rolls. Sometimes I do. I will make blueberry muffins and various muffins, but I do breakfast burritos also, and I deliver those in the morning, and those are very time consuming as well. So
where do you find time to do all this? Okay, you're cooking the cinnamon rolls, and that takes 4 hours. Okay, from what you told me, to bake what? How many in 4 hours? How many can you bake in 4 hours?
Roughly a couple dozen.
Couple of dozen. And how many bags of these do you make a day?
I don't make those every day.
Oh,
I make
okay.
those in different at different times.
And then the breakfast burritos. How many of those do you make a day?
Oh, shoot, 30 in the morning sometimes, 40. It just depends. It depends. It depends on my route. I have various routes in Visalia. Like on Tuesday, I go to one area, and Wednesday I go to another area. And sometimes I'll get calls from the city of Visalia. The guys are working somewhere, and there's 10 of them, and they call me over to bring them each a burrito. Or there's just so many different variables.
What's the ingredients for the burrito?
I start off usually sauteing onions in butter, and then it's a basic, but it's really good. I use a lot of cheese, potato, eggs. You could either get sausage or bacon lovers, which is sausage and bacon. And then I grill them on the outside to keep them more crunchy. Yeah.
Are these selling like hotcakes
yes,
too?
Yes. Yes, and you get salsa too.
Yeah, and so what's the best seller at this point?
Oh, bacon burritos are just the bomb. Everybody loves the bacon burritos, but the cinnamon rolls too.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Let me ask you about. Do you think that the reason that you're successful as aside from the baking, do you think it's your personality? Do you think it's your friendly, outgoing person? If you weren't as outgoing and friendly as you are, do you think you'd be as successful?
No, I do not. I think that is the major reason. I have a very good product, but it was the same thing at the bar. Anybody could go anywhere and have a beer anywhere they want, but they kept coming back because
to you. Yeah, because
I think that people can tell if you're genuine. I think they can really tell if you really care about them, and if you're being fake, or if you're acting like it's an annoyance. And if things become an annoyance, you need to move on and do something else. And so I think, yes, to answer your question, I think it is my personality. I think I've got a great product. You've got to try this cinnamon roll. Everybody out there, you've got to try these cinnamon rolls. But yes, it's me too. It's all an experience. It's very important. People want to know that you care about them and that they're special, and they are to me. I'm very grateful. I'm very, very grateful to all my customers, and they know it.
And you have an outgoing personality, and it's one that people can embrace. And I think that's what the attraction is. Oh my gosh, I want to embrace this person. Oh, you're selling what? Oh, these caramel corn here? Okay, I'll take one of those.
People want to be around positive people. They don't want to be around negative people. So.
Right. Okay, Carol, we want to give the phone number out one more time.
Okay. It's area code 559-731-0955.
Okay, so if you want to place an order, call Carol. Carol, what I'd like you to do is maybe come back at the same time next year, and we'll see how much progress you've made in the past year. And maybe you'll have a storefront by then.
That would be so phenomenal.
Dear, you're such a special person.
Thank you so much for having me on the show. It means everything. Thank you.
It means a lot to us, too.
It was just a pleasure. It was a pleasure.
You come back again.
Okay, thank you.
That's Carol Bryce. Tomorrow, Lee Brand and Carrie Catalano. See you on Connect with Me tomorrow. Have a great day.